Hi there, guys. I'm back with another belt display for you. I got something a little bit different. This is more of a monument belt. It is still the junior size belt that I displayed last week, but this one is called the COVID belt because it is specifically the I survived COVID-19 commemorative that, we went through all of this just trouble over the last couple years with a worldwide virus, and so I made something to show that I made it through. So I hope you guys like it. Hi there, guys. As you can see, this is the COVID belt that I put together. It is actually called the I Survived COVID-19 commemorative belt, but obviously I shorten it to the COVID belt. So let's take a look at it. One of the things you might notice right away is that it is inspired by what's called the Big Eagle Belt or the Soaring Eagle Belt, which is the successor to what is known as the Flying Eagle Belt. You have the nice round look with the little arms sticking off to the side, and that of course is copied from the Big Eagle Belt. You have the big ol' plate here. Now on the original, the Big Eagle Belt, that pad was more like this big, but I expanded it in the design to actually hold this I survived. This down here would have said champion, but this obviously is a little bit smaller and has the words COVID-19 in it. I decided to make this silver with green paint, which it really does stand out. I didn't want to make it gold. I felt that the green and the silver would contrast really, really well. And so it did come out well. You'll see the light beams that I put in. This is reflective vinyl on top of the silver foil. You got the black paint, and then you have these letters that I put in as well. One of the cool things about these letters is that they were only letters. I picked up one of these dots. That was really good for saying the words COVID-19. But these were actually cut up from letters to make the numbers 1-9. And so I'm really proud of just the creative and innovative way that I put that together. The center of the belt is this globe as it is presented in the silver with the green inside the notches. This was one of the first times that I actually chiseled the Sintra so that it actually had definition and a pool of paint, as well as the notches on the outside also in green. You have these larger spikes as well, topped with green gemstones. And this of course is reminiscent of like an actual virus, how they display on TV with the 3D graphics, and you got these spikes, and then you got the virus in the middle, and the world in the middle is a little bit more akin to the Intercontinental title, the vintage Intercontinental title with that blue world globe in the middle, and so I copied that instead. And then of course because it was a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic, you put the globe in the middle to show that you've got this global virus taking over everything. One of the things you guys might notice from the original Big Eagle Belt is that there was a blue world here, and then there was the eagle here, and then there was these two globes here on either side, and they were painted in, and I copied that as well with these much larger green gemstones. These ones are all the same size regardless of the spike, and then I got these really big ones. So this catches the light very well. In the past, as we come along here, in the past I've talked about the stitching that I put in. This has no stitching. This is one sheet of painted black banner material. It's just the one. It's this one. There's no stitching whatsoever. I had to fix that. That's really fun. But as I come over, one of the things you'll notice is that these two plates, again, match the Big Eagle belt. They have, you know, 2 square plates here and 2 square plates there, and they do match. This one looks like the same as that one, and this one looks the same as that one as well. So you have this silver square, and then you have a black outline. Then you have silver, and then you have this multi-spiked green star with the letters, numbers 2020 vertically. I got a little bit of reflective vinyl here, again, making nice spikes as well as dots. And then I come over to this one, and you have a silver square, black outline with an actual like black background, silver star with the words COVID-19 in green. Last week I talked about what a junior size championship belt was. Of course, it was a belt that was smaller, that was 7 inches as opposed to like 9 or 10. But it has one set of snapbacks here, and you'll notice I've got 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's also some on the other side as well, the other snaps, and they are placed correctly this time, with the snaps on the far right, and then the inner ones on the far left, like this. As we come back along, we see the square plates, the big old plate here, and then the other plates on the other side. The same, this one is the same as that one, and this plate is a little bit bigger than this one, and that's how it is on the Big Eagle. They kind of look the same size, but if you take a closer look, this one's a little bigger than this one. And then you have this plate here. Again, if you'll notice on the Big Eagle belt, they have specifically the WWE square belt that's a little bit, just a little bit smaller than this guy here. What I decided to go really, really small with these nice little humps and, you know, black spikes here, and specifically the years that I dealt with COVID-19. I actually did catch COVID-19 in 2020, and then I caught COVID-19 again in 2021. By then I had my vaccine, and it wasn't quite as bad as the first time. And I do plan at the end of 2022 to put another one in here, because I feel that 3-year gap was enough to declare this, you know, the I survived COVID-19 belt. And as I come over, you'll notice that I put 5 snaps here. So there's 4 snaps there, 5 snaps here. This fits me rather well. It's a rather long belt, which is what a junior is supposed to be. It can't change how long it is, but it's just the size of it. And so a lot of this is usually a lot longer in that sense of, you know, because of all the plates are smaller, they take up less room. And so you have a little bit more room for these snaps. And so you have 5 here and 4 there. Turning it over, you'll see pretty much nothing but just, you know, pure black. You have some places where the black paint has been scratched off. Obviously, I should probably, you know, paint that up, touch it up, let it dry so that, you know, the paint doesn't get everywhere. But here you have the snaps, and here you come across and you see just nothing but. One of the things that this also featured, this was the first time I actually bent the plate, the main plate, so it actually wrapped around my stomach. Up until then, all the plates were flat. And so this was another experiment to see if it would work. It worked out so well, and now I do it to all of my belts. And so here you go with the other side. It's just a solid piece of banner material. So this is the I Survived COVID-19 Monument belt. I am gonna still display it, but I will basically retire it at the end of this year. Anyone who wants to know that I survived COVID-19, I actually took this to a wrestling event, and I got a lot of attention from the fact that, you know, it was the first wrestling show since, you know, the pandemic. So I'm happy with this. I'm very proud of this, and I hope you like it, guys, too. Hi there, guys. As you can see, this belt wraps nicely around my waist. It's got a nice little curve on it. It is the COVID-19 commemorative belt to show that I made it through the year 2020, and as you might guess, all of you made it through as well. So if you like this, please comment down below and like, share, and subscribe.